Shooting attack at the West Bank. Jordan border crossing kills 3 Israelis. Jerusalem. 3 people were shot and killed Sunday at the border crossing between the West Bank and Jordan. Israeli officials said. The military said the gunman approached the Allenby Bridge crossing from the Jordanian side in a truck and opened fire at Israel security forces, who killed the assailant in a shootout. It said the 3 people killed were Israeli civilians. Israel's Magen David Adom Rescue Service said the 3 men who were killed were in their 50s. There was no immediate comment from Jordan, which made peace with Israel in 1994 but is fiercely critical of its policies toward the Palestinians. The Allenby crossing is mainly used by Israelis, Palestinians, and international tourists. The Israeli-occupied West Bank has been a surge of violence since Hamas' October 7 attack out of Gaza triggered the war. Israel has launched near daily military arrest raid into dense Palestinian residential area. And there has also been a rise in settler violence and Palestinian attacks on Israelis. In Gaza, meanwhile, an Israeli airstrike early Sunday killed 5 people, including 2 women, 2 children, and a senior official in the civil defense. First responders who operate under the Hamas-run government. The civil defense said the strike targeted the home of its deputy director for North Gaza, Mohammad Morsi, in the urban Jabalia refugee camp. There was no immediate comment from Israeli military. The army says it tries to avoid harming civilians and only targets militants. Gaza's health ministry says over 400 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza since the war erupted 11 months ago. It does not differentiate between fighters and civilians in its count. The war has caused vast destruction and displaced around 90% of Gaza's population of 2.3 million. Opened multiple times. Hamas-led militants killed some 1,200 people, mostly civilians, in the October 7 attack on Israel. They abducted another 250 and are still holding around 100 of them after releasing most of the rest in exchange of Palestinians imprisoned by Israel during a week-long ceasefire last November. Around a third of the remaining hostages inside Gaza are believed to be dead. The United States, Qatar, and Egypt have spent months trying to broker a ceasefire and the return of the hostages, but the negotiations have repeatedly broken down. The Palestinian Health Ministry in the West Bank says at least 691 Palestinians have been killed there since the start of the war. Most appear to have been militants killed during Israeli military operations, but the toll also includes civilian bystanders and rock-throwing protesters. Israel captured the West Bank, Gaza, and East Jerusalem. Terrorists, the Palestinians, warned for a future state in the 1967 Mid-East War. Israel withdrew soldiers and settlers from Gaza in 2015, but maintained control over its airspace, coastline, and most of its land crossing. Along with Egypt, it imposed a blockade on Gaza after Hamas seized power from vital Palestine forces in 2007.